Sagittarius. Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends. How are you? It's so good to see you. So good that you're here. If you're new, welcome. We have a really kind community here. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Also, if you could subscribe if you want to be notified whenever I publish new content, hit the bell button with all. That seems to be important. Also, if you're not receiving any notifications, please unsubscribe and subscribe and hit the bell button all. Okay? Okay, we're going to hop right in it, Sagittarius. What I have for you already, we have 3 cards out. One from the Mermaid Oracle deck, the Return of Aphrodite, which is very promising. And we have a prayer card and a blessings card for you here. What I channeled for you before I started your reading, started to record, is self-worth. And even before that, I want to say, I kept chanting and singing, and as I was shuffling all of your cards, even before, after I recorded the healing chanting, the healing activating chanting, and it was like I was losing myself in the chanting and the singing. So there's something in singing yourself to trance or drumming yourself to trance, to really empty your head, to really empty your mind. And that was really interesting, because that's when spirit can come through and use you as a divine channel. That's when we receive messages best, when we're stepping back. That's also something that I practice during the readings. I just step back and allow things to flow through me. And the moment you start to think, yourself comes back, and yourself comes back, and this is when it kind of stops. This is when the flow is interrupted. And this is kind of like the advice for you here, or if you have been doing this, then it's confirmation for you, but do more of this, at least 5 minutes a day. Okay? So self-worth, something has been put on hold, and it's important for you now to retrieve it. It seems to be part of yourself, your very ancient self, and that is needed for your path ahead. And it has to do with the divine feminine lineage. And it's interesting that Aphrodite came up with that, right? It's like she's rising up from the floods, from almost like from Atlantis, like from a sunken city. She's rising up here, and she's coming back, like walking towards where she needs to go, right? Not gender specific. And we have the sun coming up here too. So it's a true rise, right? With the dawn of the day, right? Dawn of the day, she's coming up, and she's walking somewhere. She has her eyes set on something. She knows where she needs to go. She's also holding a key here. So this is very interesting. Like, your whole reading already is very intriguing to me, because it's really promising something that you don't seem to be aware of right now. You must have a strong connection with the waters, okay? And there could also be a strong connection with the moon too, and with her ancient feminine energies when it comes to that, okay? So it has to do with the divine feminine lineage, bloodline. So there could be something with your bloodline as well. So ancestors of yours, and this can go very far back in that lineage. And the wind speaks to you. Listen intently. The messages will follow in case you're not receiving them yet. In case you are receiving those messages, the wind really does have messages for you, okay? And the way this, the setup of the reading is today, it was so beautiful, because it's a tightly knit net. It's so clear, right? It's almost like I'm going back in time, into very ancient times at that, and I'm looking at something. So some of you may really be called to look at some ruins, to visit an ancient city, and you'll know what that is, whether that's the pyramids in Egypt, whether it's Stonehenge, whether it's, Mexico with its gorgeous ancient artifacts and the buildings and the ruins they have, or whatever it is, or Thailand with its gorgeous temples and all that. Something is calling you here, like a lot, and it's a matter of, are you going there, Sagittarius? Like, have you been to the ruins? Where is your calling leading you, is the question for you. Are you allowing it, Sagittarius? Because sometimes we kind of hold back a little bit, right? Are you willing? Do you feel ready to take that leap, to look at what has been hidden in plain sight? This is very, very important for you. I'm going to actually transfer these cards down here, because that's what it was for you. Here we are. And I'm going to read this card to you. So the message is temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy treating us sacred. She has come back to us, piercing us all with her sweetness and beauty. So goes the Homeric hymn to Aphrodite, an ancient rhapsody recording encounters with this sea-born goddess who is friend to merfolk everywhere, and to you if you so wish it. Aphrodite's story is fascinating, and when you receive this card, you are part of an enchanting tale that is being told in your life. You may have always doubted your ability to attract, yet when this card comes to you, it is as if the Graces, Aphrodite's handmaidens, are coming to greet you as you are rebirthed from the womb of the sea, and they adorn you with jewels and kisses, lavish you with pampering, and you will, at last, begin to believe in the power of your own gracefulness, your own sacred powers, your own allure and magnetic appeal. I so love this study, and I can feel it in my heart center. By the way, I could feel my throat when I started the reading, but now I just feel, I'm really warm around my heart center. It's really beautiful. Aphrodite is sea-born, as were you, of the womb of your mother, and when she comes to you, you are being reminded that it is possible to be sexual without being in partnership or formal marriage. She is returning to you to remind you of the beauty and grace of laughter, of delight, of seeing that all is before you as wondrous and perfect in its own right, delighting as she did in the very variety of beings on the planet, encouraging all to procreate, make love, sing, and revel in life. There's so much life with this, so much, freshness, so much beauty that comes along with us as I'm reading through those lines. Maybe you're able to feel it too. It's quite something. It's like being reborn truly, Sagittarius. I love it for you. She is a sign of a return to sexual health, to healthy and glorious self-love and self-esteem. Exactly, like they said, like the self-worth. Of a wish to be free for a time from marriage, in parentheses, or conventional relationships. A time to explore, to delight, to be sensual, to be free with no fear of retribution. I absolutely love it. I'm being reminded of the 70s, so some of you may have grown up in the 70s. Or have had a time there. Here we go. Quite beautiful. Some of you may indeed relate to the term hippie, or however you want to call it now, but there's really a sense of freedom, a sense of blessings here too. And now they want me to read actually the first card, the blessings card. So love, light, blessings. Through this card you are being showered with angelic light. Accept the blessings about to come your way and know that you deserve to be and have all your heart desire. My heart is so warming up, it's crazy. So some of you may really feel this desire from spirit, desire from the angels, from your guides, to light up your life, to bring lightness to it, to warm your heart. There may even be a pet that is coming to you or that came to you a while back that is really warming your heart, or a partnership. Whatever it is that you desire, whatever warms your heart, that's where it wants to lead you. And you're going to feel that pull, Sagittarius, because it's like your heart is telling you this is where we're going. I feel so tingly. Also, yeah, in my sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra, like all the way to the root as well. And I do feel that sexual energy rising. Allow it to rise. This is so healthy, so natural. I absolutely love it. Yeah, and some of you really need to touch yourselves. Oh, you're being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the infinite and eternal you. Congratulations. And by touching yourself, it could just mean, anywhere. It doesn't have to be like the usual parts where you'd say that's sexual, because like your whole body can feel, caress. And getting in touch with your body in such a beautiful way is really something. It's really something. You don't need another for it. If you do have another, great, right? But if you don't, it doesn't need to be. The prayer card is for later. So here we go. Justice. Yes. Divine law over man's law. Some of you really have been waiting like on that justice to come into your life. What I see with this is quite a bit of hardship, but you work through this, and you're now in this stage of no longer feeling like a victim to what has happened to you in the past, Sagittarius, but really you're done with it entirely. Like, I see you are holding, oh my God, yes, you are holding that key. Look at this. He has that key. Like, Father Time is holding that key, and you have now retrieved it. You found the secret, Sagittarius. I freaking love it. Yes, there's something, you really found that key. And oh my God, I love it. Yes, because it's like you've been waiting on this, like and they've been waiting on you too to discover this, right? Because it really is something profound, something that needs to be retrieved. Some of you have already retrieved that part of yourself, and now you're walking out of the water, because there is a time when you're supposed to, you know, walk underwater and really dive deep, like Scorpio style almost, and really discover like shadow and that. And then there's a time you just come up, you rise like the phoenix rising with a lot of wisdom, and you're walking towards something else, towards your mission here, towards your mission. I absolutely love it. And that's the divine justice that's coming in, you know. If we're talking karma, then it has to balance. The scales will balance, and they have to balance. There's no way it'll just go like this. There's no way. Because it'll always balance itself out in some way. Sometimes just not in one lifetime. But again, I'm not feeling this for you. I just had the thought of, what about, you know, the people that had it rough like throughout the whole life. Yes, there are those lifetimes, but then they also have an upswing. Or if we're talking about people that totally are doing bad stuff throughout one lifetime and seem to get away with it, like, know that they are not. Just know that they're not at all. Spirit sees all. Divine sees all. There's a divine right and a divine justice to all of this. Yeah, but you've been waiting for quite some time. The Lone Man. And this is another major arcana here for you, so this is big stuff. You may see ravens a lot, or crows, or you may have a special connection with them. There could also be a chance that you do have a tattoo, a raven or a crow tattoo, or like a sticker or something. But that seems to be significant to some of you. Yeah, if you have the shadow work also, you know, quite some time, you may have been, you know, not really financially abundant, but this is about to change. I feel him, you know, pulling himself up, and this is something that you did entirely yourself, Sagittarius. You pulled yourself up, you know. You could have been hanging there for quite some time, but now it's time for you to, you know, use your abs and really, you know, grab that branch up here and climb down that tree, so you can get out of wherever this is. This could also have, and this could also be something that's in the past, but it could be something that has to do with a move, with an actual move, moving away from one landscape, again, to another. But it doesn't have to be, but it's, to some of you, it's strongly indicated that, you know, when you're moving from one country to another country, that's a real meant to be, because the energies are different, like in another country. Or even another state. They are different. They switch, and you can feel this. Some are a lot more masculine, and others are a lot more feminine. And there's something there. You're getting up out of that pond here, again, the water, and you're moving to grass now. You're moving to, you know, stable surface. No, I just asked if I should pull one more card, but that's for the extended. So I really hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. I'm going to pull more cards and see where this is going, how the grass is going to suit you here, Sagittarius. If you want to reach out for a personal reading, you can. It's at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. If you want to know what that's like, just link down below in the description box. Also for Patreon, for your extended, for all sorts of healing editions and the healing chantings, please follow us over to Patreon. It's $11.11 a month. Everything you need to know down there. If you have any questions, just reach out. Okay, Saggies? I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow, my friends. See you next time. We're over on Patreon. Bye.